Are you up for traffic then, Polly? Come to join the big boys?
I wouldn't say that.
Just having a look.
Yeah, you've got to be able to ride a motorbike, haven't you?
Yeah. We're using BM800s at the moment. Weigh 1/4 of a ton. One of those tips over at traffic lights, you're in trouble.
You do have women though, don't you?
Oh, sure we do. It doesn't make much difference, really. I can't lift one of those myself.
That's just you, Ian. Hop in, we'll show you the box of tricks.
I thought we were going out in a traffic car. You know, a jam sandwich.
This is a traffic car with Provida video equipment. See the camera? There's a VCR in the back. We get everything on tape.
Sneaky, aren't we?
Yeah, so I've heard.
George, it's been a change of plan, mate. You're out on 5B, I'm in CAD. Skipper says so.
Bob Cry?
Yeah, he's told me just now. It's all change about because Polly's doing a traffic attachment. You don't mind, do you?
Well, no, not particularly. Just wondering why you're telling me and not him.
He's busy.
All right.
Oh, by the way, it's the school crossing patrol. You know, Bickley Heath Junction.
Oh, is that a fact? I'll bet you were pleased to get out of it, weren't you, Steve?
Nothing to do with me, mate.
No, of course not, but I do hope that you enjoy CAD. There's a few workmen around still, doing the refit. And they'll be helping you learn how to use the new screen phones.
The what?
See you later.
If you look here to watch the proceedings, fire up. I can move it left and right, take it out and point it at something, like a serious accident, for example.
That's brilliant.
And I can zoom right in on a detail of the car. Even on Chummy himself.
Tasty. So that's good enough for evidence, is it?
It's better than that. It's perfect. The tape's always running, and the exact time and speed is stamped on the pictures themselves. We've only had one go not guilty in all the time we've used it.
I could do with one of those in the front of me hat.
You lost your lollipop, mister.
Yeah, it suits you, mate. Nice and warm, yeah?
Leave it out, will you?
You did volunteer, George.
You what?
I thought you wanted to swap with Steve, didn't you?
Me?
Remember, keep your hands off all those young mums.
Thanks, Steve.
Governor! Got no lady on the deck round here.
Right, sir.
She looks okay, but you never know, do
We'll
you?
take a look. Mind the traffic. You all right, love?
Of course I am. I just feel so stupid.
She walked straight out in the road.
I did. Oh, it's stupid, isn't it?
Did the car hit you, love?
I just touched her. She fell over more like.
No, I'm talking to her, sir.
Well, like the young man said, I just didn't look.
Afraid I didn't see it.
I'm quite all right now.
Yeah, just stay where you are for the moment, please. What's your name?
Mrs. Stevenson. Kitty Stevenson.
Right, just wait there for the moment, Mrs. Stevenson. Sierra Oscar from 218.
Go ahead, George.
Yeah, I've got an RTA, Toll Pits Road, near the town side of Bickley Heath Junction. PI, elderly lady involved. Can I have an ambulance, please, over?
I don't need an ambulance. I never felt better in my life.
Yeah, it's just a precaution, Mrs. Stevenson.
I want to go home.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm going to need your details, I'm afraid, sir. Yours too, if you don't mind.
Sure.
And please, just try and relax, Mrs. Stevenson. The ambulance will be on its way by now.
That's effectively your home screen.
So how do I get the ambulance service?
You touch the button marked LON AS, London Ambulance Service.
Sierra Oscar from 218. Can you confirm ambulance called?
It's all happening, George. Stand by.
What about the school crossing? It's nearly 3.
Yeah. Do you need cover on the school crossing patrol, George? Over.
Hello, this is Sunhill.
Don't touch it. You've cut yourself off.
The crossing's a bit of a
Start again by
sore point,
touching
Kathy.
LON AS.
I'll let you know if I can do it when I know how quick this ambulance is going to be.
Right. Well, stand by, George. Got the hang of it yet, Steve?
No comment.
17 Chigwell Avenue.
Yeah. But look, she just stepped off the pavement without looking. It frightened the life out of us.
Us?
Oh, me. I mean, I slammed the anchors on and she sort of just touched the front end and went over. She's fine. I mean, she was laughing after it.
Yeah, it's probably the shock, Mr. Daniels. You didn't see anything, Mr. Stoneham, no?
Sorry. Just come round the corner on me. We're back from the bookies.
How fast were you going?
30, 35, something like that.
And this vehicle belongs to you?
Yeah, just bought it.
Registered to this address?
Of course.
It's a bit cold on the deck, you know. She's confused and all thinks I put her down there.
You?
Yeah, that's what she said. I carried her here.
Can you stay with her? I'll try and chase things up.
Right.
Sierra Oscar from 218.
Go ahead, George.
Yeah, can I have an ETA for this ambulance, please, Steve?
She'll be there in a minute, George. Call went straight through.
Yeah, and can I have a PNC check now? It's Foxtrot 907, Juliet Romeo Romeo. Keeper should be a Joseph Mark Daniels, 17 Chigwell Avenue, over.
I've got that, George, but you'll have to wait. We're all tied up dealing with these phone things at the moment.
Hey, look, can't I go? I mean, you've got my name and address. I did her no harm, and she's told you it was her fault. Hey?
Yeah, go on then. Bring your documents in within the next 7 days, OK?
I will. Cheers.
Make sure you keep your speed down. But I'm sorry about this, Mrs. Stevenson. I know it seems ridiculous. What's that?
I don't know. Said her heart keeps beating or something. Her breathing's gone funny.
I wouldn't like to have his phone bills.
That's nothing. Sometimes they take notes with the other hand.
I had a Doris driving along blow drying her hair. Wunderbar.
That's unbelievable.
That's what you see in an unmarked.
Give him a pull, show him his own movie, shall we?
Make sure the ambulance sees us, will you? Come on. Come on, don't do this to me. Tell him to hurry up, will you?
Over there. Car heater. Just touched her.
There's no pulse. She stopped breathing about a minute ago.
Any other injuries?
No. Just shock.
Is she?
Thank you very much for your help, Mr. Stoner. Sierra Oscar from 218.
Go ahead, George.
Yeah, I think you better get somebody else for the crossing patrol, Sarge.
Ambulance not there yet, then?
No, it's the patient that's not here anymore, Sarge.
What? Died. Just like that, apparently. I better tell Mr. Monroe.
Well, hang on a minute. I've got George's PNC check for him. 218 from Sierra Oscar. You free to speak?
Yeah, go ahead, Kathy.
Your vehicle check, George, is flagged V23. It's a write-off that last belonged to a Miss Blatch from Taunton. Nothing to do with the Joseph Daniels.
You're kidding?
Yeah, and the address he gave you is hooky too. There's no such road as Chigwell Avenue in Greater London.
You better hold on to him.
You been behind me all that time?
Certainly have.
See how you took this last corner?
I never saw her.
That's because you were too busy on the phone.
I make that careless driving and exceeding the speed limit. What do you think you're driving now?
I'm sorry, doesn't mean I get a ticket.
We'll have some of that, Ian.
You wouldn't mind getting out?
Well, thanks. Is that...
Just be careful in future, sir.
What's happening?
It's a ringer. You can tell him a mile off.
But it just drove by.
Got to know what you're looking for. Me and Ian have both spent time with the vehicle crime squad.
So that's what you meant. You look for bent cars.
How long at a time?
Don't hang about, do ya?
Nah, first rule of being a traffic officer. Only slow down to give speeding tickets.
So much for preserving the scene.
I didn't know she was going to pop, though, did I, Sarge?
I'm not blaming you, George. Could happen to anyone.
I called the ambulance, I asked for witnesses, and I sketched the scene. I got everyone's details.
I know, George, but we are talking about a fatal accident with a bent car and a driver with a non-existent address and no witnesses. Now, if you're happy to tell Mr. Stevenson's family, Mr. Brownlow, the coroner's court, then you're a better man than I am. In the meanwhile, you better deal with that lot before you go to the hospital. I'm going to do some knocking.
Hi, PC Beardsley Area Accident Investigation Unit. Is this the scene?
Yeah, afraid so.
What happened?
I got all the details here. This old lady just stepped out in front of her car and gave herself a fright. Next thing I know, she drops dead on me after I've let everyone go.
How inconsiderate of her. Right. Here you go. Present from traffic.
You took your time stopping, Sunshine?
Yeah, I didn't realise you were police in that car.
Quite the opposite, more like. This yours?
Yeah, just bought it.
Your name and address is?
Daniels.
Oscar 214 to control.
You doing a vehicle check, Ian?
Yeah, with traffic control on Channel 12.
So don't you check with Sunhill whether this geezer's known to us, since this is Sunhill's grand?
It should be flagged in the PNC if he's wanted. We don't deal with all the local radio channels.
I see. No wonder you always go tanking past when we're trying to deal with something.
From Oscar.
Oscar 214, go ahead.
Your vehicle is flagged V23, total loss or write-off. Last keeper, a Miss Blatch in Taunton.
Thank you. Game on, Mickey.
So it's a wrong un.
Probably.
But how can you tell it's a ringer by just watching it drive past?
Trade secret. The number plates don't seem right for the car, the state it's in, the driver, things like that.
Is that it?
No. But it's all I'm telling. Tell Foot Patrol you might as well tell the Sunday Pippers.
Right. I'm arresting you on suspicion of theft of a motor vehicle.
But I bought it.
You do not have to say anything, but anything you do may be given in evidence. Sit in the car with him, Polly, while we give this thing the once over.
But I just bought it, legit.
So you'll have the logbook and the bill of sale to prove it then, won't ya? You can tell us all about it back at Sunhill Nick.
Sunhill?
Polly, he's already met one of your mob today. Got a producer. PC 218.
That's George Garfield. What did he stop you for?
It's nothing much.
I'm going up to the hospital. You got all the details, haven't you?
Yeah. There's some marks back there.
Back there? Yeah, but the accident happened here.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. See, you've only got the word of a confused old lady as to where it happened.
Yeah, and the driver.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. You see, where you say it took place, there's no marks, which is a bit unlikely if an old lady steps into the road in front of you and you have to pull up in a hurry to avoid hitting her.
So you think it happened here? Well, Daniel's car was up there. Why would he lie?
Well, I can't help you there, I'm afraid, but I can tell you something about these. You see, they're long, but very light. Could well have been made by a car with ABS, anti-skid brakes.
Yes, so?
Well, the type of car your friend Daniels drives doesn't have ABS.
What? Well, so these aren't Daniel's tyre marks?
Sarge? Tim?
I don't know what's been going on here, Sarge. We've got skid marks, but they might not be Daniel's.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. I've got a witness in the flat above the newsagent says there was two cars racing each other. One stopped and the other one didn't.
Two cars?
Yeah.
And the one that stopped probably wasn't the one that hit Mrs. Stevenson anyway.
That's the way it looks.
Oh, terrific. But the doc thinks the car definitely came into contact with her, however gently.
Don't sweat it, you got a full number plate.
That's it. Foxtrot 907.
Is it?
Somebody must have brought him in.
Well, your luck's changed.
Joseph Daniels, suspected theft of a motor vehicle.
But I bought it last week. I've got a bill of sale at
Bought
home.
in a pub car park with no logbook, Sarge.
Yeah, all right. Do you understand why you've been arrested?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. It's definitely him. Thank God for that.
What are you on about, George?
My RTA this morning.
Me and this Oscar unit have just arrested this bloke for suspected theft of a motor. I know you'd given him a haltie, but...
Let's have a word about it right away.
One.
Excuse me, Matthew. Can one of you fellas give me a minute? All right.
Sure.
I'll stay with the body, Ian.
One.
Ian McWhitty, yeah?
Yes, Sarge, what's the problem?
George here has had an RTA that's turned into a FATAC. Daniels is one of the drivers involved. We want to find out who the other driver involved was.
I see.
Why'd you let him go after a FATAC, George?
Because it wasn't a fatal at first, Polly. The old lady had a heart attack or whatever afterwards. But we now think that there were two cars involved, and we've got to find out who the other driver was.
And you think he knows the other driver?
It's possible.
Yeah, we think they were racing, you see. Well, why is he trying to cover with a false address? Well, at the very least, he might have some details about the other vehicle.
I suppose so. Right now, he's more concerned with showing us his bill of sale. So you want to have the first shot and let us do the theft interview later on?
Yeah, please.
Hang on a minute. Daniels wants to show you his documents.
He's got a bill of sale, apparently. He's given us his address now.
Do you mind if I tag along?
Be my guest.
We're getting a good response off the accident board. We got someone who reckons he saw two cars racing, but he wasn't told Pitts Road.
Nearby?
Fairly, yeah. One car matches Daniels, the other was a blue Granada Scorpio.
Has that got ABS brakes?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has.
So what's all this about, then? You turn up like this, three of you, to help the boy find his documents?
Well, he's under arrest for a serious offence, Mr. Daniels.
But three of you? You're not all trooping round my house.
It's just to get my bill of sale, Dad.
218 from Sierra Oscar.
Yeah, you two go ahead. Just a minute, Steve.
This is outrageous.
Yeah, 218. Go ahead, Steve.
Safe to transmit, George.
Yeah, I'm on my own. Polly's not on PR. Go ahead.
The car involved in your fate act was a blue Granada Scorpio. Someone saw one racing with a car like Daniels.
Right. Well, it doesn't sound like another boy racer, does it?
Negative. I'll let you know if anything else comes in.
I'm going to speak to my MP about this. It's an unauthorised search.
It's not a search, Mr. Daniels.
He bought that car in good faith.
What, from a man in a pub car park with no logbook? If that's good faith, I'm an atheist, Mr. Daniels.
But he's done nothing wrong.
So why did he give us a false address?
Well,
And besides, he was involved in a road traffic accident involving an elderly lady.
But she wasn't hurt. That sort of thing can happen to anyone. Joe must have panicked.
How do you know that she wasn't hurt, Mr. Daniels?
Well,
Your son has told us that he hasn't been home since the incident. So how do you know about it?
He phoned me.
And he can confirm that, can he?
Yes, of course he will.
Do you mind telling me what kind of car you drive, Mr. Daniels?
This is ridiculous. You can't do that.
Just watch me.
That was the doctor who certified death, Sarge.
And?
There's going to be a delay on the post-mortem, but the old girl definitely came in contact with something. She's got bruising on her hip and thigh.
We can't be sure, but at the moment, it appears that her death was definitely caused by the accident.
But the car barely touched her.
I can believe that.
And she was perfectly all right.
So it appears. But we have got witnesses that said you were racing.
Racing? There must be some mistake. We weren't racing. I mean, do I look like the sort of man who races?
No. But then you don't look like the sort of man that would fail to stop and report an accident. But you just admitted that you have.
Oh, come on. I left Joe there. Why did it need the two of us?
It didn't. Needed you as the driver.
Yes.
And I'd like you to explain why you're trying to pass yourself off to me as not even being present when we came round. Now, the CPS could go for conspiracy to pervert the course of justice.
I don't believe that. I really don't. I just didn't want to complicate things. This stolen car business is bad enough.
Yes, it is.
It's not how you think it was, really. This whole thing is quite unfair.
Come in.
I wondered if you'd finished, Sarge. I've got some information.
No, I haven't, but I'm sure Mr. Daniels can give us a minute.
Interview suspended.
You said I was free to go.
Yes, I did, but what I didn't say is I'd arrest you if you do. We'll be back in a minute, Mr. Daniels. So what do you have to say?
That's why I came. The kid's just coughed to driving the Granada.
What?
You're kidding.
Straight up, as soon as Ian and I told him about the death, he said he was the one driving his dad's Granada. He's really quite shook up.
Well, Mr. Daniels was in the XR3i.
Apparently.
Yeah, but he never said that. He's just been giving us the injured innocent routine.
It sounds like he was. If it wasn't him that hit Mrs. Stevenson and he wasn't racing with his son, you see, Joe denies they were.
I bet he does.
Yeah, but why didn't he stop?
Joe says he did, but went home in his own car.
Yeah, but why?
Let's find out, shall we?
Traffic's finished with the XR3i. It's as bent as a 9-bob note, apparently.
Doesn't surprise me.
And the AIU called. Chalk gun test is done. They recorded 58 miles per hour on the Granada Scorpio. And they said that, quote, that would explain tire marks of that nature on that road surface at that time and weather conditions.
Pretty precise. 58 miles an hour.
Well, it holds up in court, sir.
Who says traffic never help us out?
Well, can I go now? I've told you I was driving. I just want to get home.
But you haven't told us the truth, have you? Who precisely was driving your car? And let me remind you, you are under caution and on tape, and any more lies are going to look pretty bad for you.
Well, I suppose he's told you, has he?
You tell us.
As you were, I'd just like to sit in for a minute, Bob.
Right, sir. Inspector Munro enters the room. Go on.
We just went out for a quick spin. New car, first opportunity. He'd saved hard for that.
And he's going to be mighty disappointed, Mr. Daniels. It's as bent as a dog's back leg, apparently.
Oh, we didn't know that. We just swapped cars.
When?
I'm trying to tell you. I got off work early and we went for a spin. I was just trying it out. I only put my foot down for a minute.
You what?
Only a moment, 35 at most. Joe was following me, you see. This old dear started out without looking at all. I swerved okay, but Joe... Well, luckily he was driving my car and it's got the ABS. He stopped in time and he barely touched her.
Carry on.
And then what happened?
Well, we got out, of course, to see that she was all right. I carried her to the curb and sat her down. Once I knew she was okay, I just went.
In your own car?
Well, yes.
Leaving your son to wait with her?
Yeah.
Why?
Look, this is the only thing we did wrong. And I'm being completely honest with you. I'm not on my son's insurance and he's not on mine. Mine's a company car. It bars under 21s. That's the only reason I didn't stay.
So you were both driving without insurance?
Well, just for a bit, just round the block. That's the honest truth. I still can't believe anyone could die after a tat like that.
No, well, I take your point. Surprised me a bit.
So you feel it was bad luck, Mr. Daniels?
Of course.
What would you think if I told you our traffic department can prove that your car, driven by your son, was going approximately 58 miles per hour when it started to slow?
What?
And that you were in front of it, racing, according to several witnesses who phoned in.
What? No, that's rubbish.
58 miles an hour?
No.
It's a fact, Mr. Daniels, from an expert witness.
Well, I mean... Well, just for a minute, perhaps. That could have happened to anyone.
Oh, could it?
Well, you've got to see my point of view. It was still bad luck, wasn't it? You said you understood.
You almost got me going. Do you know that? Oh, you're very convincing. Helpful, even. But do you know what I was supposed to be doing this afternoon, Mr. Daniels? School's crossing patrol at the junction that you were just approaching, Bickley Heath.
Yes, but you can't...
And you'd have been driving towards that junction at 58 miles an hour, uninsured.
Well, I'd have slowed down.
Oh, would you? You might have, but you might not have. And the same goes for your son, Joe. Now, if you want to know what I would call bad luck, it'd be hitting me. Or maybe a kid. Or maybe even two. Or perhaps even all of us. Now, that would be bad luck, Mr. Daniels.
You're exaggerating.
Am I?
It was just a quick spin.
It was a pack of lies, Mr. Daniels. And I think you're going to get exactly what you deserve. A Crown Court case of causing death by reckless driving.
Me?
You.
Well, what are you talking about? I wasn't driving that car.
We know you didn't hit Mrs. Stevenson, Mr. Daniels.
Well, then what are you talking about?
It's the law, Mr. Daniels. If you were racing and witnesses saw you, then you're as much part of the offence as your son is.
You're mad.
Mad? I wasn't the one racing around at nearly 60 miles an hour.
I want to speak to my solicitor.
I suggest you do, Mr. Daniels. You'll be summoned for the same offence as your son, no matter who struck Mrs. Stevenson.
But she was fine. You can't do that.
Yeah, you said it.
What?
She was fine, until she stepped out in front of you and your son. And whether you drove over her corns or you plastered her all over the street, you ended her life by driving dangerously. I'll see you in court, Mr.
We'll give it another half an hour.
Seems unlikely anyone's going to show now.
Given we've been here half the night, we might as well stay a bit longer.
All units from Sierra Oscar, 41 Waterman's Road, video shop, break-in. Suspect vehicle, blue transit van, last seen heading north up Waterman's Road.
That's the second time this has happened this week.
Ever get the feeling you've been had?
Looks like them. Suspect vehicle seen heading north up Askill Road. Blue transit van, registration Golf Yankee Bravo 45 Yankee, turning into Beechin Road. It's a dead end. All right, time, got it. Hey, come here!
This bloke you brought in, have you got anything on him?
Yeah, name's Eddie Ross, age 29, lives on the Park Mead. No previous and works as a brickie for Stacks.
And what about the van?
It reported stolen 6 weeks ago and loser lives in St Albans.
So, what we got here?
Thought you said you wanted the contents of the van, sir.
Germaline, butter, eggs. CPS will be well impressed with this. Can you get any sweet wrappers, fag packets? Alistair, can I have a word in my office, please? Thanks, Mike. So, it's the second time our Miss Purdy's led us up the garden path.
I agree, it's looking that way.
Last week it was a tip-off about the off-licence shop. 3 cars outside all night. While a mile up the road, there's £5,000 of the CDs been taken from Grigson's warehouse.
So have you found a link between this morning's job and the warehouse raid?
Carver's at the shop now with Socko.
But you think Nicola Purley's deliberately setting me up?
Well, let's just say her track record as a snout's not particularly impressive to date, is it?
What's happened to your face?
Neil,
Oh, aye.
I decided not to come home last night. Mind you, should have seen the state of him when I'd finished with him.
I'm sure. That tip-off you gave me about the electrical goods shop.
Yeah?
Second blowout in a row.
I don't understand.
Oh, I think it's pretty simple. Either your sources of information are proving, shall we say, a wee bit unreliable,
Or?
or you've been taking me for a ride.
I've told you things in the past and they've come off.
Well, your success rate's been dwindling of late.
Right. Well, I've got something to tell you. Someone sussed what I've been doing.
How do you know?
Got a brick through me wonder, didn't I?
Could have been kids.
Could have been, but it wasn't. So what are you going to do about it?
Do you know who it was? You tell me who, and I'll look into it.
You told me when we started this that no one was going to find out what I was doing. And if they did, you could move me.
Yeah, and I also remember saying that our arrangement would hold as long as your information was good. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I've kept my word. What I'm beginning to doubt is, have you?
So it doesn't matter what happens to me and my kid, then?
You start coming up with the goods, and then we'll talk.
Who else was in the van with you, Eddie?
Already told you I don't know.
Well, you make a habit of doing jobs with complete strangers, do you?
I met this guy in a pub. We got talking. He said he wanted a driver. I didn't ask him what for, and he didn't tell me. It was 200 up front, so I said I'd do it.
It strikes me as being a bit ungenerous. Giving you 200 quid, while your mate gets away with several grand's worth.
The Socko reckons it's the same MO as that building society job a few weeks back, the one that George Lucas was in the frame for.
I had a feeling he wouldn't stay missing for long. Right, Jim. I'll have a word with Mrs. Lucas, see if she's seen or heard anything of him in the last few days. Alan, have you got anything on that list of Ross's associates?
I did a check, but there's nothing on any of them.
Does that include Neil Simpson?
No, why?
No, just rings a bell, that's all. Cheers. Alistair, this is something that might interest you. The driver on the video shop job used to work with Neil Simpson at Stack's. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that's Nicola's young man. Have another word with her, will you?
Right.
So what's this about? If you've not found George?
Well, we were wondering if you'd heard anything from him since he went missing.
No. Why?
We've reason to believe that he may be active again.
The only thing I've heard in the last month is this card from my Yorker. You can see why I didn't contact you.
Just to let you know that George is safe. I'm sorry you had to find out like this. Hey. Was your husband having an affair?
No. My husband was not having an affair. 17 years and more. That's how long we've been together. You think I wouldn't have known? That card is someone's idea of a sick joke. Someone trying to smear my marriage.
And why would someone want to do that?
George had a lot of enemies. He spoke his mind. He wasn't anyone's patsy.
Simpson.
I don't know nothing. I don't know where she is.
No, come on, don't
She's
give
come
me
round here burst in here. I don't know nothing. I'm telling you, look, whatever she's done, right, it's got nothing to do with me.
Exactly.
It's got nothing to do with me.
Neil Simpson, isn't it?
Yeah, who are you?
D.S. Craig, Sunhill. I'm not interrupting anything.
What do you want?
A word with you and Nicola. Is she around?
No, she's gone out, and I don't know when she's going to be back.
Can you tell me where you were last night and first thing this morning?
Yeah, I was here. Why?
And you are?
I was just going.
Okay. What's your name?
Look, what's all this about? I'm just here to see my pal. Neil.
All units from Greg. IC1 male, brown leather jacket, 6 foot, headed north of the Parkmead estate towards the High Street. Suspected concerned Waterman's Road robbery. So, who's your friend, Neil?
I don't know. Never seen him before.
And what did he want with Nicola?
Maybe he fancies her.
Yeah, maybe a chat down the station might produce a few straight answers, yeah?
Alan, you ready to go again?
I think I may have found something, Gov. You know that postcard Mrs. Lucas gave you?
Yeah, what about her?
Well, I just noticed when I was photocopying it for the registry docket. The handwriting, it matches the shopping list that Jarvis found in the van.
So it looks like George Lucas is our man.
So the guy in your flat, what did he want with Nicola?
Dunno.
So why did you say, whatever she's done, it's got nothing to do with me?
Did I?
Yeah, just as I walked in. What was that about?
Can't remember.
Do you know a bloke called Eddie Ross? Glaswegian 2930.
No.
That's funny, because he's been working with you down at the town hall.
Yeah, well, there's about 50 blokes on that job. They come and go all the time.
So where were you last night?
I was at home, like I said.
And you're pretty sure Nicola will back you up on that, are you? So where's Nicola now, Neil?
Gone.
Well,
She didn't leave her forwarding address.
had a bit of a bust-up, have you? So where you got your black eye?
All right, I weren't at home last night.
So where were you?
My wife's. My ex-wife's.
Nicola know about that, does she?
What do you think? Marilyn Simpson, 42, Purcell Court. She'll tell you where I was last night.
All right, Eddie, tell us about George Lucas.
What about him?
So you know what I'm talking about, then?
There's no way, right? No way you're pinning any of that on me. All right, so I did the driving for him both times, but that's as far as it went. And if I'd known when he asked me, I wouldn't have gone near it.
So who's he, Eddie? Who asked you to do the driving?
A guy called Den McCreary.
And what else did he do, Eddie?
Listen, I just did...
What else?
Killed George Lucas.
Dennis McCreary, ABH, GBH, aggravated burglary.
This is the guy who was with Neil Simpson this morning, looking for Nicola Purdy.
Oh, yeah? Because he also happens to be the father of Purdy's kids. Pretty volatile relationship, by all accounts. He's had Purdy in casualty on more than one occasion.
Right.
Get round to the flat and see if she's there.
If not, I'll try her sister Sharon.
She local?
Yeah, she works in a hairdresser's the other side of the Parkmead.
Oi!
Nicola. Nicola, it's DS Greg.
Ellen McCreary.
Yeah?
I'm DCI Meadows. This is DC Woods from Sun Hill. I'd like a word with your husband, Dennis. Is he in?
No.
May we come in?
Have I got a choice?
Not really, no. So, what time did Dan leave?
8, 9 o'clock. I don't know. I don't clock him out every time he goes to buy a packet of fags, you know.
Do you know where he was last night?
In bed with me.
You sure about that?
I think I would have noticed.
Do you mind if we have a look round?
Got a warrant?
I wouldn't dream of seeing you without one. So, what time are you expecting him back?
Like I said, I don't tie him to my apron strings, all right? Do you mind? You won't find anything in there.
So how come these CDs are in here then, Ella?
Our wedding anniversary's coming up in 10 days. Maybe he was going to surprise me.
I've just been round to Nicola's. The place has been completely trashed.
You asked Neil about it?
We've already got him down at the station. He's talking to us about someone else. So who else has been looking for Nicola?
Some guy. I don't know.
Late 20s, dark hair, name of Den McCreary?
So if you know, why bother asking?
Because I want to help Nicola.
Like you lot were so helpful when McCreary raped her, telling us the case wouldn't stand up in court.
No, it wasn't down to me.
Sure. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a job to do.
Sharon. Okay, if you really haven't seen Nicola, have you any idea where else she might be?
She's got a friend. Tank. That's all I'm saying, and all I know.
All right, sign there to say you've understood your rights, and there because you don't want a solicitor, yeah? Thank you.
Have a look, Bob.
Checking to see if I can do joined-up writing.
So why did you say you didn't know Den McCreary?
Don't.
Considering he's the father of Nicola's kids, I find that hard to believe. Why did he come round this morning?
I already told you.
Neil, stop lying to us. If you're so sure you've got nothing to hide, where's the problem?
All right, I know him.
McCreary?
Yeah.
So why the big pretense?
Because the man's a psycho, that's why. Why do you think I still let him come round after what he done to Nicky?
You scared of him?
I ain't scared of no one, right? I just think, like, you know, at the end of the day, it's a small world, and I don't believe in causing trouble.
Yeah, but McCreary was out to cause trouble this morning.
He thinks that me and Nicola have been grassing him up.
Why would he think that?
A few weeks back, we saw him down the pub. Said he was planning this job on an off licence and how he needed a driver.
So he asked you?
Yeah.
And why do you think he did that? I mean, from the sound of it, it's not as if you're great mates or anything.
Well, he said he'd been let down. Needed someone he could trust. So I told him, no way. I mean, like Nicky said, there had to be a catch in it somewhere, you know.
So she was there when he asked you?
Yeah. Then last week he comes round, starts talking about this electrical goods shop.
And what did you say?
Same as before. I didn't want to know.
And Nicola knew about that job too?
Yeah. So McCreary comes round again this morning. Says one of his mates drove past the shop in the middle of the night and saw you lot all out there watching. So he says only two people could have known about it, me or Nicola. So I told him it weren't me who's been talking.
Where's Nicola now, Neil?
No idea.
I've been talking to her sister. She reckons Nicola might have gone to see a friend called Tank.
She might have done, yeah.
Listen, it's in your interests, Neil, that we track Nicola down and talk to her, so that she can back your story up. The sooner we find her, the sooner you can go.
We'll try the squat in Canley Street.
Tell me about George Lucas.
What about him?
Anything.
Well, I know, it's rumours.
What rumours?
Well, how he did a runner to get away from his wife. How he picked up with some girl from Essex.
We've had a few rumours ourselves. Rumours that your Dan killed George Lucas.
Where'd you get that from?
Is it true? I'm asking you a question.
How would I know? I'm not Den's keeper.
So you didn't get involved in his activities?
What kind of activities do you mean?
DC Woods shows shopping list.
Is this the chief exhibit in your murder inquiry?
No, but this is. DCI Meadows shows postcard. Is that your writing, Ella?
No.
Well, I reckon it is. Now, did you write this postcard, yes or no?
No comment.
Oh, don't try and pull that one, Ella. You're up to your neck in it and you know it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to spell it out for you? Accessory to murder. Maybe even murder. You're looking at 10 to 15 years if you're lucky. Unless you choose to tell me otherwise.
I didn't know he was planning it. I didn't know anything. Not until he told me we had George Lucas's body in our garage. At that point, I didn't have much choice, did I? Den's not exactly a bloke you can reason with, you know?
So why did he do it?
He'd heard there was a contract out on George Lucas, so he decided to put his services forward. He wanted to get up there with the big boys. Of course, it didn't dawn on him the only reason he got asked was because no one else wanted to take the risk. So he just went ahead and did it. He hadn't even thought what to do beyond that.
I can imagine.
So I said to him, make it look like he's disappeared. Give him a reason for going.
So you had the idea about the postcard? Make it look like he left his wife?
Yeah. Then I got a mate who was going on holiday to post the card to his wife. And when he done the warehouse job, I said, make it look like Lucas done it. You know, make it look like he's still around.
So what did he do with the body?
We dumped it in the river. behind the warehouses.
Where's Dan now?
I haven't got a clue.
Nicola, it's DS Gray.
She's not here.
You think?
Yep. Look, I told you she's not here.
Mind if I have a look around?
Yeah. This is private property.
You paying rent on this place?
I could get you for harassment, you know.
I don't think so, somehow. So can I have a look around? As you're so certain you're on your own?
It's all right, Tag. You better come in.
It might be better if we could talk privately.
I'll be okay. Can you take it, Olivia? Give us a shout if you need anything. So what do you want?
To apologise for not believing you.
Oh, yeah?
We've been talking to Neil, and from what he's been saying, it's pretty clear what's been going on.
Oh, great. So now he knows as well, does he?
No. He just knows that's what Dan McCreary thinks.
Oh, sure. That's that then. I've really burned my boats. It's worked out very nicely, this deal, hasn't it?
Look, if you want to move out, Nicola, we can sort that for you. We can contact emergency housing and find you somewhere to stay. We can move you right out of the area if that's what you want.
But what's the catch?
We need your help.
Doing what?
I've been talking to Sharon.
Oh, yeah?
From what she said, I'd have thought it'd be a weight off your mind to see Dan McCreary go down for a long stretch.
She told you about the rape, did she? So how come when we reported it, you lot said it was his word against mine?
What happened?
Do you want me to draw you a picture?
Sorry.
When Olivia was born, Dan decided that me and him weren't going to work out. But as soon as I met somebody else, surprise, surprise, he was back like a shot, trying to break us up. And when that didn't work, he came back one night when he made sure I was going to be on my own. And when I told him no, he pressed down on my neck until I blacked out, so no one could hear. So what is it you want me to do?
Go back to your flat. We know Dan's looking for you. There's a fair chance he'll show up there again.
You want to use me as bait?
There'll be an officer with you the whole time. And all the entrances to the flat will be watched. When Dan shows up, we nick him. He'll be fully protected at all times.
Let me get this straight here. I help you, and you help me get out of this area. And if I don't...
It's your decision, Nicola.
Greg from Woods, over.
Right.
I'm in position now, round the back of the flat.
We're all set then. As long as McCreary shows and Purdy doesn't cock up.
Would you like a cup of tea?
He smashed all the cups. Look, are you going to sit down or what? Because you're really winding me up just watching me the whole time.
Look, there's no need to panic. All you got to do is keep him talking outside the door, then we'll take over.
I'm not panicking. This isn't coming off.
Well, you can paint over.
Or I could get a nice bit of wallpaper and put that up as well. Or maybe while I'm at it, do the whole flat.
It's him. All units from Greg. Suspect is approaching the flat now. Jimmy, you all set, over?
Yeah, no problem. All right, he's on his way in. Look, just keep calm and keep him talking outside the door. Tell him you've lost your keys. Hey, where you going? Carver, Purdy's done a runner.
Whoa!
Sierra Oscar from Carver.
Nicola Purdy, I'm arresting you for the stabbing of Dan McCreary. You do not have to say anything, but what you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand the caution?
Yeah, every last word.
Okay, Suzi, I think that'll be all for the moment.
Right.
Why?
Why not?
It doesn't make sense. I mean, if you just waited another 5 minutes, I would have been there.
Yeah, Well, I got sick waiting on Dan McCreary to come to kick my head in.
There was a CID officer in your flat to protect you.
You think that would have stopped Dan?
If you'd just done what we'd have agreed, none of this need have happened. You would have had your flat, a fresh start with Olivia.
Yeah, and I probably would have been in some hard-to-rent dump that no one else wanted, because that's just about my mark, isn't it?
It would have been better than being sent down.
Get real. What have I got left? Neil's gone. I mean, it was on the rocks, but... And people would have found out that I was a grass. Don't try and tell me that kind of gossip doesn't travel. At least this way I've got some sort of satisfaction.
It's one way of looking at it.
Aye, too right it is. Dan McCreary has wrecked everything for me right down the line since I was 15. I think it was worth it, just to see the look on his face. See him on the receiving end for once.
I won't be able to help you this time, Nicola.
Well, it's all worked out quite nicely then, hasn't it?
I'm sorry.
I'm sure you won't lose too much sleep over it.
Right, well. I'll take you home to see the custody sergeant. He'll sort out your bail arrangements, will you?
I don't know why you're saying you're sorry. You got what you wanted. It's all part of a day's work for you. Don't try and kid me otherwise.
You went that way, round the corner.
Is she all right?
Yes, she's fine. Come on.
What do you look like?
A bit mucky, really.
What colour?
White, near enough.
Anything else?
Oh, he'd an earring, a big one, like a hoop.
Right, did he take anything?
No, I don't think so. He was knocking on their doors. He frightened them.
Right, he's away now.
I don't want him coming back.
I'll have a look.
It's all right, Tony. We're leaving.
Good riddance.
Steve and Dave are going to follow them for a bit, just in case. No, they were all right, it's not.
All right, Bob. Yeah, no trouble. And I had the cells cleared out specially. Oh, they're as good as gold. The council blokes gave them notice to move on yesterday. Said OK, and off they went. Just like that. Yeah. Oh, well, now we sit back and wait for the break-ins to be reported.
You're an old cynic.
We'll see.
Excuse me, sir. Oi, mate. What are you on? Can I ask you what you're doing in this area, sir? What's wrong? We've had complaints that a man's been knocking on the old folks' doors. Could that be you, sir? I don't know. Fitting your description.
Well, it probably was me then, wasn't it?
Why were you knocking on their doors?
I wanted to say hello.
What, 7:30 in the morning?
Sure, why not?
They're old people. You frightened them.
I wanted a fag, that's all. A fag and a cup of tea. There's no law against that, is there?
There is actually, sir. Begging. Can I have your name?
Why?
Please.
Billy Staggers. S-T-A-G-G-E-R-S.
Do you have an address?
Conway Avenue.
What number?
14.
You're a bit out of your way up here, aren't you?
I've been away. It's my parents. I'm on my way home.
I'm just going to go through your pockets. All right. Well, I suggest you make your way there as soon as possible. I'm sure your parents are looking forward to seeing you.
Sierra 1 from Sierra Oscar. Stephanides Mini Mart. Attempted robbery, 2 males, IC1.
The owner's holding one suspect in the shop, George. The other one's bolted.
Right, come on, break it up! Get off me!
This is right up there! This is right up there! This is right up there!
Billy staggers me! I'm scared of no one! All right!
Just tell me what happened.
Tell him, copper, sort it out, sort it out!
A person came into the shop. He wasn't buying anything. I was starting to get nervous. Then he came and he started picking up the fruit outside here. So I told him to put it back. Then the other one inside, he came out of the shop grabbing stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Cigarettes. I was stacking. I had the big packages, 200s.
Right, what happened then?
And he ran off. He gave some cigarettes to this one, who got in the way. He stepped in front of my side as he went after.
Right, can you give us a description of the other man?
He was small, bold, and he was wearing a brown bomber jacket.
Look, I had nothing to do with any of this. I wanted to buy some fruit. This lunatic came racing out of the shop, shouting imprecations at me, saying, "Get off! Get off! Get out!"
She's in it with...
All right, sir. I'm warning you, friend.
And I'm warning both of you!
Yes, how does he explain the fags in his pockets then?
Empty your pockets.
There!
I told you!
The lad shoved him at me as he came out.
And you put them in your pocket?
Yes, yes!
You got anything else in your pockets?
Oh, yeah, here we go again.
You have to come with us.
Tony, take him.
Come on. Okay, come on.
Dave. Wayne Johnston. Stop.
It's not very nice, Wayne. Well.
You know what you are, Wayne? You're a waste of time, that's what you are. Empty your pockets.
Minimart theft. He had the fags on him.
I must admit, he did spring to mind when I heard the description. He heard that Tony and George reporting an accomplice.
Who'd worked with that?
Well, the man had fags on him.
I don't believe it.
And I talked to Tony and George about it. Then get Stagger's side of the story, see if we can get out of Johnson, and then we might be able to wrap this one up quickly.
Okay.
Dress.
You've refused to give either your name or your address to the custody officer. Would you like to tell us now?
No,
It would help us a great deal.
I don't want to help you.
You said your name's Billy Staggers. You said I'm Billy Staggers. I'm scared of nobody.
Well, is your name Billy Staggers or not? You're here because it's alleged that you stole cigarettes from the Stephanides Mini Mart. We're just trying to establish if there's any case for you to answer.
2 packets of cigarettes were found on you. We know that they were taken and not paid for.
He gave them me, the lad.
So you admit that they were stolen?
He shoved them at me.
And you put them in your pocket?
Are you all right?
I didn't know what I was doing. It all happened so fast. It was a reflex action.
Where are the fags from, Wayne? Do you deny that you were carrying them? Come on, Wayne, stop messing about. We got work to get on with.
I bought them. We can identify them as part of a batch stolen from Stephanides Mini Mart earlier this morning.
I was put up to it.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't my idea.
Go on.
It was that geezer with the funny hat on.
Give it a rest, Wayne.
I was out early. All of a sudden, he's there. He said to me, "I want you to do me a favour." Big bloke. He told me to go in the shop and he'd cause a distraction and I was to take the fags. He said he'd been watching the place for days. He knew the bloke filled his fags up the same time every morning. He told me to grab 'em and run.
And you did?
He was watching me.
This is rubbish, Wayne.
It's inventive.
He was across the road. I was wondering what to do, but then he come over and he started making a racket outside. And the shopkeeper shouted for his lad, and I panicked.
Oh, dear.
I ran for it.
Picking up the fags on your way out, yeah?
It's true. Find a bloke with a pixie hat on, he's your man. Ask him.
We will do, Wayne. He's next door.
Have you ever seen the person who ran out of the shop and, in your words, shoved the cigarettes at you before?
I don't think I'd know him now. Is that a no? Has he been taking lessons or can't he help it?
Will you just answer the question, please, Mr. Staggers?
No, I never saw him before. Now he ran straight into me. It all happened so fast. No, no, no!
He says that you put him up to it. He says that you threatened him and that you forced him into the shop in order to steal the cigarette.
That's rubbish, copper!
Steady.
You're trying to fit me up. They said you'd try and fit me up.
Who did?
We're just asking you if you knew the person who stole the cigarettes.
No! I didn't know him from Adam! And that's all I'm saying! I'm not saying another word! Nothing! Nothing! Nothing!
Nothing to do, Stephen?
I was waiting for George, Sarge. He's interviewing the other half of the shoplifting.
Hasn't Johnson coughed yet?
He's come up with a good story. George is just putting it to the other guy. How'd it go this morning, Sarge?
No problem. They went as quiet as lambs.
Immortal, invisible, God only wise.
He just flipped. We told him that Wayne Johnson was claiming that he'd forced him into doing the robbery. He just started banging the table.
Really? What do you think it was? Guilt? Panic?
Oh, frustration, all right.
Well, Billy Staggers.
How do you know him?
Yeah, I saw him hanging around St Alex's this morning. I moved him on. I thought he was on something. Just a feeling, nothing else to go on.
Yeah, that crossed my mind and all.
Oh, we'll get a doctor over to check him out.
He said he was visiting his parents.
You got an address?
14 Conway Avenue.
He wouldn't tell us.
We'll get over there, see if they'll come over and identify him. You never know.
Right, Sarge.
Got a problem? I hope not.
Is this your vehicle, sir? Yeah. Do you have your documents? Driving documents.
They're in the back.
Could I see them, please?
Sure.
You ain't in any hurry, are you?
They've been trying to sell it for 3 years at least. I think the estate agents have given it up as a bad job.
Do you know what happened to the people that live there?
They moved away.
Yeah?
He was ill, the husband. Something very serious. She couldn't manage in the end. He went into a home and she went to sheltered accommodation.
What was their name?
Such. They were called Such.
Not Staggers.
Staggers?
Nobody called Staggers.
No, he died.
How long did they live there for?
Oh, years. Before I came, and I've been here 8 years.
Any children?
Not that I know of.
Oh, this sheltered accommodation. Would you have an address?
No one's heard of Billy Staggers.
It's not a name you forget either, is it?
No, but what are we going to do with him?
I suppose we put him on for the theft of the fags.
We've got Wayne Johnston's story.
It's a fairy tale, Bob.
Yeah, but all the same, if we could wait for the doctor, let him have a look at Staggers.
He's crying, you know.
Is he?
Lying there hugging himself, crying.
Can I have a word with him?
Be my guest.
Just give me 5 minutes with him.
I don't think that'll be a very good idea, do you?
You think I'm joking?
But we think we've picked up the person who stole your cigarettes, the one who ran off.
Ah, great.
We'll need you to identify the stolen property, and we'll need statements from you and your son. After that, we'd like you to attend an identity parade.
Just phone me. I'll be down.
I think we're going to have to let Mr. Staggers go.
Why's that?
Well, we don't believe he had anything to do with the theft.
I'm not so sure anymore about that one either. The other? The one that ran off? I'll know him.
Are you all right, Billy? Can we get you anything? Are you on anything? You need any medication?
Sarge. Mike called in. There's no family called Staggers living in Conway Avenue. And nobody remembers the name. People who used to live at number 14 were called Such.
And where are they now?
Mr. Such died, and Mrs. Such, Gwen, she's in sheltered accommodation at St Alice's.
All right, I'll deal with it. Tell Mike, will you?
I'm going to have to ask you to produce your documents at a station of your choice within the next 7 days. Okay.
I've got them here somewhere.
I don't believe you. Where will that station be? St Albans?
St Albans.
I had a son, have a son somewhere. Nigel. Is anything wrong?
No, Mrs. Such, there's nothing wrong.
Do you have a son?
Yes, I've two.
I hope you had better luck than I did. Nigel is sick. He first became ill while he was at university. He missed his exams. I think it was that, the pressure. I think there are times when we put our children under too much pressure, don't you? I think we did so at that time. Nigel lived away, and we had a call from the mental hospital.
Can you remember when exactly this was?
He's 42 now. 23 years ago. He was in hospital for 2 years. My husband brought him home. We thought we could help him. Well, I did. My husband worked very hard at his job. He tried with Nigel. But you have to get on with your life, haven't you? We're not put on earth simply to look after others all the time.
No.
He's been in and out of hospital all his adult life. He should be in hospital. He needs help. He needs that kind of support. He started to become violent soon after he came home. He was rowing with his father.
I'll come back later, eh?
Nigel hit his father. His father was frightened, and Nigel saw that. It excited him. It became a sort of release. He found he could torture us. He would phone up in the middle of the night and get us to fetch him. He would take our money from us. He became a monster.
How do you feel, Billy?
I feel fine. I just want to go.
You're in good physical shape, considering.
Yeah, I keep fit. I exercise.
Do you take any medication, Billy?
Yeah, I've got some antidepressants. I was trying to find a medical centre.
Do you know what you have?
Look, I was a bit upset earlier on. I used to live round here. Memories, you know, all that. I used to go to the boating lake with my dad. I was trying to find it, but it's all changed, isn't it? I've got some mates. I'd like to go and see them. I've got some money, haven't I?
£8.
Yeah.
Then it's probably best you get to your friends as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Doctor, can I have a word?
What's he charged with?
We're holding him on a shoplifting, but to be honest, I want to release him. But Bob Cry was concerned about his mental state and wanted you to see him.
Well, he seems to have stabilised now, whatever it was.
Don't believe it. Pull back. I am doing.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
You were supposed to be on your way.
A court order has been served. You're now parked here illegally.
Look, I've said I'm sorry.
Is this your vehicle, sir?
Here we go again.
It's
Tyres look very iffy. We found the documents.
So what are you doing back here?
Actually, we've lost a friend. We're hoping he finds his way back here.
Matthew, we need to talk to Staggers and we need the FME now.
Well, she's been and gone.
Oh, what did she say?
Said he was okay and he could go.
You didn't let him go, did you?
Yeah.
Matthew.
Well, why should I hold him? He's been cleared of the shoplifting. I called a doctor.
He's diagnosed as schizophrenic. He's got a long record of mental illness. He's been violent to himself and to his family.
Well, he's been seen by the doctor and the doctor said he could go.
Yeah, why didn't you wait till I spoke to his mother?
You weren't 100% sure she was his mother.
Look, he's violent. We know he's out looking for his mother. We need to pick him up again and make sure he gets proper medical attention.
Bob, I'm doing a job here. I have to make decisions.
Yeah, I know.
I've just had a call from a Mrs. Alsop of 12 Conway Avenue. The house next door's boarded up. Mike Jarvis has been round making inquiries this morning. She's just had a tramp, she says, asking. He said he was a relative.
Well, you better tell Sergeant Cryer.
I'll see what's on the back. Check that garage block. You're up by the flats, up the side.
He's gone.
How long ago?
Minutes. He was asking if I knew where his mother was. He wanted to use the phone. I said it was out of order. Did I do right?
Did you tell him where she lived?
Oh, yes.
And did you get the impression that's where he was going?
Oh, yes, that's what he wanted.
All right, thanks, Mrs. Alsop.
No sign. Where do you think he is?
Let's get back in the car.
Come to watch over me, have you?
I think he's on his way back to see you.
He's conned his way out, has he? I've no pictures of him, you know. It may be unnatural. You're supposed to love your children. But he wore me out. He would come home and start rowing with his father. I think he hated himself for doing it, but he couldn't stop. He couldn't let his father alone. Some fathers, some sons are like that.
Yes.
Mum, I want to talk to you.
I'm sorry.
Billy.
She's my mother.
She's an old lady, Billy.
Go away. Has he gone?
Yes.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 85, are you receiving?
Go ahead, Dave.
Headlights are a bit faint.
He's moving across the park. Moving towards the boating lake.
Tony, he's in the park. Boating lake. Sarge.
Come on, Billy.
Stay away from me.
Look, it's cold, Billy.
I said leave me be.
I can't, Billy. It's my job.
Ha ha. Funny guy, aren't you?
Come on, come out, Billy. Come on, Billy. Come on out. Your time's up.
Yeah, you gotta laugh, haven't you?
Yeah, I suppose you have, Billy. Ambulance is on its way.
You gotta laugh.
Come on, Billy.
Actually, my name's not Billy, it's Nigel. If I do come out, can I go off with my mates?
That depends on the doctors, Billy.
But I won't get done for nothing.
Accessory to pneumonia at this rate.
Just the doctors.
Yes, Billy.
Come on, Billy.
Come here! Get off me! Come on. Get off me!
Come on, Billy. I've been looking for you all over.
Mum will get you some dry clothes, Billy.